Hello and welcome again as we consider yet another multiple choice question for IB chemistry. What is the order with respect to each reactant? And here you have 2NO plus Cl2 in the gas state forming 2NoCl as a gas. And here you have three sets of experimental data. And with that, you're supposed to go about finding the order of reaction. Well, a first order reaction is one where there's a direct relationship between the change in concentration of a particular reactant and the change in the rate. Meaning to say, if you double the concentration of that particular reactant, then the rate doubles. Then we say that the reaction is first order with respect to that particular reactant. The overall order of the reaction would be the sum of the orders with respect to each reactant. But this question asks you, what's the order first with respect to NO, and then what's the order with respect to Cl2? So what we need to do is to examine this data in a certain way. And the way we need to do that is to look first at NO. If we're looking at the order with respect to NO, look here at this NO column. And we notice that here and here, you have a change in concentration. It's been doubled between experiment 1 and experiment 3. Now on this side, we'd expect to see this, and it's here. The other reactant is held constant. So with that combination, then we can look over here to the initial rate, and what we observe, 2.5 by 10 to the negative 6, and then 1.0 by 10 to the negative 5. This is actually 4 times. Going from here to here, it's a change of 4. Of course, you need to be able to do the mathematics and to manipulate this scientific notation to see this is equivalent to 10 by 10 to the power of negative 6. But that would not be scientific notation. So it's got to be written as 1.0 by 10 to the power of negative 5, which is in fact 4 times this. So this here has been doubled and this has been quadrupled. So doubling this quadruples this. So there's no direct relationship. Instead, there's this exponential relationship. When this doubles, this quadruples. And when you have such a relationship, then you don't have a first order reaction, but you have a second order reaction. So therefore, this reaction is going to be second order with respect to NO. So it's going to be that the answer is either C or D. And now we need to figure out what's the order with respect to Cl2 to decide which one to choose. So for Cl2, we notice here in experiment 1 and experiment 2, there's a doubling between here and here. And then over on this side, NO has been kept constant. So perfect. And then over here, what you have is a doubling. So this has doubled, and so has this. So there's now a direct relationship between the change in the concentration of that reactant, the other one being held constant, and then the rate also doubling just like the concentration doubled. So with that direct relationship, we can say that we have a first order reaction with respect to Cl2. And then the answer for this question would be C. Second order with respect to NO, first order with respect to Cl2. But if you were in fact asked in another question, what's the overall order of reaction? Then it would be 2 plus 1 equals 3. You would have a third order reaction overall.